Mr. Mayor, I want to get into some specific issues, beginning with education. You know, right now you are working to pass an 1/8 of a cent sales tax increase in San Antonio to pay for pre-kindergarten, pre-K. There are people who say it's not really the business of the city of San Antonio to be raising people's taxes, even if the voters of San Antonio decide themselves they want to do this, to pay for pre-K. Can you defend, sitting next to somebody who does not like taxes, famously, the decision to go out to market with a tax increase, even for something that you so strongly believe in? Many former mayors of San Antonio are with you, but there are also elected officials of San Antonio who are not with you. So this is a matter of some debate.
Yeah, I mean, this is where I'm coming from. Basically, I fundamentally believe that brain power is the currency of success in the 21st century global economy. That those communities that create it will be the communities that thrive in our market economy. And those communities that do not are going to be the ones that fall behind. So San Antonio, I believe, needs to make a huge investment in education. Now, that investment is not limited to more money. It also means getting parents involved. It also means expecting more from everybody along the whole education ecosystem, from administrators to policymakers to teachers, expecting more out of everyone. So what I have on the table in San Antonio is basically a 1/8 cent sales tax increase that would generate $31 million a year, that would cost the median household in the city $7.81 per year. Now, mind you, every day in Texas, it costs $359.81 to keep a juvenile incarcerated. What we have on the table is the opportunity to educate more than 22,400 4-year-olds with high-quality pre-K, fill a gap that exists right now in terms of who's getting high-quality full-day pre-K, and we're asking the voters to consider the merits.
About $7 a year.
You see, I don't believe that taxes are inherently evil. I believe that just like...
That will be tweeted, by the way.
I don't like...
Give them a second.
Yeah.
Hashtag TribuneFest. Go ahead. All right.
Let me say that again. Yeah. I don't believe that taxes are inherently evil. I don't like them. Nobody likes them. But I've told the voters of San Antonio, there is no way to sugarcoat this. I am asking you for this tax increase. And more than that, I believe in you. I believe that if we put it in front of you, that you can make a decision as to whether or not you want to make this investment. So are you willing to pay $7.81 if we meet you halfway by ensuring accountability, ensuring that we require parents to be involved in their child's education, because they're probably the most important shepherd of what happens in a child's life. We require performance audits, and we set this with a definitive time frame of 8 years. And in 8 years, you get to vote on this again. You can either keep it or leave it based on how it's performed. Right. And we set actual goals to make it transparent. So what we're going to have to decide in Texas, especially on the issue of education, because brain power is so important to economic success in the future, is are we willing to make the investment? And if we do, then I also believe that we have a right to expect more from everybody in the education ecosystem, from parents to policymakers to administrators, everybody down the line.
Mr. Cruz, Republicans, I know, many Republicans like the idea of local control. Sounds like what Mayor Castro is doing is saying to the local community, you control this. If you want money for pre-K, you can vote to support or vote to reject, if you prefer to, an increase in taxes. You have an issue with that?
Evan, I agree with you. I commend Mayor Castro for taking leadership on an issue that he is passionate about, and for taking it to the voters of San Antonio. And I think that's where the important issues of education should be decided, or is at the state level and at the local level.
You would vote no, however, for a tax increase.
Well, actually, if I were a citizen of San Antonio, I'd listen to the merits of the argument.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certainly a role for taxes. I think there are essential services government provides, and I think that is a choice for the citizens of San Antonio to make. On the merits, does it make sense for them? And the great thing about it is, if San Antonio, if the voters of San Antonio decide they want to do this, and it works, then you can look at the results, and other communities can make the decisions. One of the reasons I don't like federal decisions that are forced from Washington all across the country is different communities have different needs. And what might be a good policy in San Antonio
Right.
might be a terrible policy in Laredo or Detroit or New York City.
The mayor says he doesn't believe taxes are inherently evil, but with qualifications. Do you believe taxes are inherently evil, Mr. Cruz?
Oh, evil is a strong word.
It is. And that's the word I'm asking you to use. Do you think taxes are inherently evil, or don't you?
I think taxes are morally neutral. I think what
Morally
government
neutral.
does with them
Yeah.
can be good or bad.
Okay.